The Guardian, that's the best and easiest profession in Guild Wars 2. You can now stop watching the video. Nah, but in all seriousness, the Guardian is an excellent profession to start playing Guild Wars 2 with. And when you start progressing through the game and start unlocking elite specializations through expansions, the Guardian turns into a jack of all trades that can excel in dealing damage and supporting their allies. Since the Guardian is a heavy armored profession, which you can learn all about in my professions video, they have a high health pool and a lot of sustain. The Guardian also has a great variety of defensive abilities that allow it to survive in dire situations. Since the release of Guild Wars 2 back in 2012, the Guardian has had a prominent role in group content. It is in almost every endgame setup, whether as a supportive or damaging role. The only two things a Guardian lacks are mobility and ranged abilities. The Guardian mainly uses strong melee focused attacks, and these often take a while to execute, so it can feel slow from time to time. But all in all, the Guardian is an extremely solid, if not the best pick if you are looking to play just one profession. But what if you don't want to play the Guardian? Well, I got some great alternatives for you. For the heavy armored professions, these are the Warrior, Guardian and Revenant. Here, the Guardian is the best and most versatile pick compared to the other heavy armored professions. But let's look at the medium armored professions. These are the Ranger, the Engineer and the Thief. The Thief isn't the best choice for players looking for a versatile profession, as it focuses on dealing damage to a single target and only offers support abilities with the Spectre elite specialization. For more information on that, check out my professions video. The Engineer can both support and deal damage, but it's more challenging to play than a Ranger. However, it can still provide support and deal significant damage without requiring an elite specialization or expansion. The Ranger is the best option among the medium armored professions. It can deal damage and is particularly effective in solo play. With a pet by their side, Rangers can both attack enemies and have their pets defend them from incoming attacks. Additionally, Rangers can boost their allies' combat performance with spirits, providing them with defensive and offensive buffs in combat. Note that the Druid elite specialization, which allows Rangers to heal, requires the Heart of Thorns expansion. Overall, the Ranger is an easy profession to learn, can deal a good amount of damage and has a pet that can provide you both with offense and defense. It's an excellent choice for beginners. Now let's talk about the light armored professions, the Elementalist, Necromancer and Mesmer. The Elementalist is a really solid pick, but it can be intimidating for new players. The ability to switch between different elements grants the player 20 new weapon skills to play around with, which may not be great if you want an easy, laid-back profession. Don't be too intimidated though, the Elementalist was my first profession and I turned out just alright, I guess. If we look at the Mesmer, who only has 5 regular weapon skills, but it also has clones, illusions and phantasms to manage. Although I personally think that the class fantasy is amazing, it can also be intimidating and somewhat harder to play. One disadvantage of the light armored professions is that they are somewhat squishy and prone to damage, so you have to keep that in mind. Therefore, the Necromancer is the best pick for an easy and great class in the light armored category. The Necromancer has dozens of minions that can deal damage and take damage, giving you much more survivability in contrast to the Elementalist and Mesmer. Additionally, the Necromancer has access to the Death Shroud, which grants you 5 new skills and an extra health bar. You can pop this Death Shroud whenever you are in a dire situation or you want to deal that extra bit of damage. And if you have the Path of Fire expansion, the Necromancer is also able to protect their allies. So to summarize, overall, the Guardian is the easiest and most versatile profession, but the Ranger and Necromancer are great alternatives. Hope you enjoyed and see you in the next one. Peace.